Alright guys, so today we're going to talk about this Simic build which I'm using. It is not a complete product, it is still a work in progress, but it is so powerful, man. So this is an example of what the gameplay looks like. You can pretty much spam whatever you want and you will be fine as long as you have the correct pieces. If you don't have the correct pieces, you might want to be a little bit more careful as to what spells you do. But let's go into the details right here. So, for your cards that you want to use, most important thing is going to be one source of mana excel. So, greater mana regen, rampant growth in the green, and you also have another card in black that does the same thing. Keep in mind, the black version of this would probably be better than the green and blue. So, blue-black is probably better than blue-green. But I don't have that greater mana regen card in black, so I am using Rampant Growth. I am using Refreshing Glade for healing. Since we spam all our abilities, I just have pretty much infinite healing. Elven Assailment is just damage, so all of these just damage spells. You need to use a couple damaging spells. And then you have Alchemic Thaumaturge, which your sorceries cost 25% less mana. Really good creatures, and it synergizes well with the build. And then you have card draw. So Concentrate, Glint, and Thought Cadence. I could also have like the Storm card, which is mythic, but I do not have it, which gives you one colorless reduction for spells you cast for each Storm counter that you have. There is one bug here with Glint. It is that it makes you draw like 7 or 8 cards instead of only one when you have a creature. So right now it's really busted, and it will probably get fixed. But even when it does get fixed, you can probably manage with Thought Cadence and selecting your spells correctly. And the Storm card will also help a lot. Concentrate is just draw 3 spells and a chance to draw an additional spell. So that is pretty much it for the cards. So basically, mana excel, healing, multiple source of damage, one creature that gives you 25% less mana cost, and card draw. You could also use this in black, guys. Keep in mind. So that is it for the cards. The class doesn't really matter. There are better options than others, but since everybody doesn't have all the classes, you can just use your favorite one. I'm using a Geomancer here because it has a nice shield when you cast a sorcery. So you could use Sanctifier when you cast a sorcery. You gain incoming healing. I just prefer the Geomancer. The traits, they don't matter either. I would try to get the trait for the blue Planeswalker, but it really doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the build in any way. Here, I tried a couple of artifacts. The best one so far that I've tried was Draconic Flux, because we're casting so many sorceries, and each time you spawn the dragon, they actually do a lot of damage on impact. So they deal a lot of damage on impact. You can have like more than 10 dragons up at a time, and they also attack for 15 seconds. So it's really good. Blooming Totem, this one I am currently building it to level 20 because I think I will completely break the game once this reaches level 20 and I can spawn infinite Hell Globes. Yeah, we're gonna see where this goes, but it's also a great source of healing if you're level 20. Keep in mind, all of this is not required. I would highly suggest Draconic Flux, but everything else you can change. I mean, Implement of Combustion, I've tried it a little bit. It doesn't seem to do that much damage, and I don't seem to see that many card draws. So, if you want to spam creatures, you could use Thornbite Altar or Goblin of Supply Manifest. I prefer Draconic Flux for now. Winter Orb, basically stunning nearby enemies every time you cast a blue spell. We cast so many blue spells that everything is stun locked. Chromatic, although I've been experiencing like issues where it seemed to not work, so I am not quite sure on this one yet. And then just generic stuff: Chromatic Sorcery Potency, blue mana Sorcery Potency, and blue mana Sorcery Potency at rank 10, which is currently only rank 1. Like, I'm just starting to mess around with this build actually. And then in the equipment, you have the body armor, which I think is mandatory. because it enables you to go into your state of infinite mana faster. So you gain lesser mana regen for 5 seconds whenever you cast a spell with a full spell hand, which you will always have, pretty much. So this is pretty much mandatory, I would say. It's the only piece that I would say is mandatory. I'm using Ardent Helm for the lesser swiftness after I cast my primary, and then when you draw a spell, nearby foes lose 240 health and you heal for that much. I'm using these, and also you get, when you receive healing, there's a nearby foe that gains lesser vulnerability for 5 seconds. So this is good to increase your damage. But the health gain from this seems to be really negligible. Really negligible. And the damage as well. So not that good, but it's okay for lesser vulnerability. So you can use whatever you want. Here I'm using this for greater might. Again, you can use whatever else you want. I'm using these ones for the judgment. The judgment cast on these boots, I think, is actually level 10. It heals you full health for like 36 million, and it's just really, really good general boots if you want to fill a spot. And then you have Talisman of Symbiosis. When you drop below 30% max health, your strongest creature lose 25% of their current hit points, and you heal for 82% of the life lost. I might replace this one. Honestly, the only most important part here is going to be Attire of the Dark Wanderer. For everything else, you can use whatever you want. So that is pretty much it for the build, guys. I'm currently really liking this build. It is super, super spammy, and you can have a lot of fun while playing with this. Since they nerfed Green Warden and Goblin Rush, I think the next thing to nerf is going to be Glint, which gives you way too much card draw. Well, it's not going to be a nerf, actually a bug fix. But yeah, you can do some pretty crazy things with this build, guys. So I will be updating this build once I have another version that is better, or if I have a blue and black version, because I think that would be the most optimal. But yeah, basically, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.